y'all niggas ain't want no smoke before. Y'all definitely don't want no smoke now.
Smoke 'em.
This is MC Black Widow, and this is my review on Norbes It All podcast. Now, I didn't even know that Norbes had his own podcast, right? Until somebody put a clip on Twitter where I think it was Three Letter Man was going in on Norbes over something. I said, Norbes got his own podcast. I said, let me go tune in and let me go subscribe. Now, what I want to say is that this is a way better improvement than the War Report. Even though I was subscribed to the War Report, I did not watch any episode of it, not that I can actually remember. I think I remember the one where who was on that one? I think it was I can't remember that guy's name now. And he was talking to Caps. He was cussing off Caps. I just can't remember his name now. His name totally escapes me now. But Caps was on there one time, and they went back and forth. Not necessarily Norbes, it was someone else was on there. And they mentioned him in the battle too, but I just can't remember his name. His name totally slipped me. But anyway, that's the only time I listened to the War Report. I just thought the War Report was just so noisy. And I could never understand Norbes. I could never hear anything because one person sound loud, one person sound really low, and then there was a whole lot of noise in the background and clinking and clanking and all kind of something. I said, no, I can't listen to this. So I never tuned into it. But this little space here that Norbes has created, I think this is debt. This is debt. Now, what I want to say is I like the fact that battle rappers can actually call in and feel free and not feel any type of way to speak to Norbes because one, they know Norbes. You know, he's always at the battles, and also he understands where they're coming from, so he's going to be very neutral to whatever they have to say. I also think that battlers need to use this podcast or this platform to promote their battles. Where are they? You know Norbes. This is the place where you can now really promote yourself. You can take a leaf out of Cassidy's book. Even though people may want to laugh and say, oh, Cassidy went over the top with the promotion, but he did his promotion thing like you're supposed to. He put in that work. Another thing that I like with this podcast is that the fact that the Norbes allows you to call in and ask questions. You know, any questions that you have about the Ultimate Rap League, you know, you can ask battlers, anything you could ask. Because if it was just if he doesn't want to answer it, he can always decline. That's how it goes. I like the fact with this podcast is that it's laid back, it's cool. Also, I've seen a big change in Norbes. You know, this married life that he's just entered seems to be rubbing off on him, and it's really changed him a lot. He seems a lot more humble, a bit more down to earth. You know, I know he's had a child, which it's coming across to me like it might be his first child. He ran a joke the other day saying that, you know, his wife is now expecting another child. Good for them, congratulations. And it seems like, you know, he's in a better place, maybe mentally and also spiritually. So I actually really enjoy this podcast. I also like the fact that he allows, if the battler would allow it, or agrees to it, he allows the people to call in and ask the battler questions. You know, and it's nice and relaxed and calm, and you know, it's a cool thing. I didn't particularly like when Three Letter Man called in and was going in at Norbes, because why? I don't understand. If you're gonna debate, then you're gonna debate, but you just call in just to scream at him and then come off so people can say, yeah, you cursed them out. At the same time, I like the way how Norbes handled it, because he didn't go off either. He didn't give him the fight that he really wanted. He just said, all right, Okay, cool. He handled it very, very, very well. This podcast should be utilized by all battle rappers because nine times out of 10, battlers are not battlers are not really. Sorry, I've just been distracted there. Battlers are not promoting anything. They don't do anything. The card is announced and that's it. We don't get hype. We don't get nothing. Some of them don't even want to do the face-offs. You can tell because they're not showing up. So this is the time where you guys need to start promoting these battles. This is a good card. And 9 times out of 10, good cards look good on paper, but is it going to deliver? Are the battlers going to deliver? That's the problem. I like to say I do like this podcast, and everybody should tune into it. It's a calm, relaxing thing. It's good that you've got someone from the Ultimate Rap League actually out there talking to the people and allowing you to ask him questions, right? Which is a good thing. Norbes is part of the biggest and the most popular, battle rap organization out there. So take full advantage. Take full advantage, right? Because I was watching him last night in the live, right? Because he had Misfit on, which was talking about her battle between her and Farrah Funeral. And I'm watching Norbes now, and he's looking at the comments. You can see, because I know that Norbes is kind of, he's them type of people who like to research. He likes to likes to get kind of suggestions or information. Write this down. That's interesting. You can see he does that. So people, when you're writing your comments, don't think that Norbes is not noticing them, right? Because he does notice, right? So I suggest everybody should one day just pass through and just look at his podcast. No other person's doing this. No other battle rap organization has somebody, especially an important person like Norbes, right? Even though Norbes does specialize with the PGs, he's still part of that. He's still a big person within the organization of URL. No one's actually doing that. So any issues you have, call in. Like I said, every single time I want to call in, then right, I'm never in a quiet place. I'm always out and about somewhere where it's noisy. Usually, especially out here in New York, right, the train stations are so noisy here you can't say nothing. I'm just taking some time off of work right now. I'm actually going to work, and I finished this review. So, what I would like people to do, check it out. Check it out and take full advantage, because you don't know, there's going to be a time he's going to get busy and he may not be able to do this anymore. Because right now he's doing it on a regular basis, and as he gets busier and busier now, it might get less and less and less. So get your information out there. If you want to speak to URL, any questions you have, call in. Check out his podcast, man, and support. This is Black Widow. My channel's called Smoke 'em. Megan.
Yo, no more smoke, please. Stop that. Stop that. I don't know who authorized